Today we're making mac and cheese.
Okay, so I don't really like to go by measurements for this recipe. I just kind of know how the proportions are supposed to look. I will provide approximate measurements on the screen if you'd like to use them for yourself. I really like this recipe because you can save what you don't want to eat, and when you reheat it, it still tastes delicious. Anyways, the first thing you do is add a couple of handfuls of your favorite pasta to the pan. Then you go ahead and pour just enough water to submerge all of it, and now you put your stove on medium heat and bring it up to a simmer. While we wait for that, you can use this time to shred up some cheese if you want. I recommend this over using pre-shredded cheese, since the pre-shredded kind usually has ingredients that are supposed to prevent it from clumping together in the bag, and those will take away from your mac and cheese experience. I'm using Colby Jack just because it's what I have at hand, but you can use whatever type you want as long as it will melt easily. I would even recommend experimenting with different combinations of cheese to see what you like best. She's now at a simmer and her pasta is cooking. Give her a stir here and there to make it cook evenly. We're going to wait until most of the water is absorbed before we go on to our next step. Once you're at the point where there's barely any water visible on the bottom of your pan, you should lower your heat a little bit and add just enough evaporated milk to cover almost all of your pasta. Then you can bring it up to a simmer and wait until most of the liquid is gone so you can add your cheese. Looks like most of our evaporated milk has been absorbed. Here we'll dump our cheese and fold it all together. Keep the heat on low so it stays warm enough to melt but isn't too warm. And then after this it'll be ready to eat, but I prefer to add a couple of things to make it a little bit better. I just added some black pepper. I also like to mix in some Dijon mustard just to give it a little bit of extra zing. You can add whatever you want. Figure out what you like and enjoy.